last week. We said we have 5 levels of leadership.
Yes.
So what are the 5 levels?
Positional leadership.
Okay, so what's positional leadership?
Leadership
Based on what?
Position.
Based on position, right? So you're a leader based on the position you occupied, right? I would say that in leadership, that is the least level of leadership, right?
Yes.
Now, the second one is what?
Permission leadership.
Permissional or permission leadership.
Permissional.
Yeah, so permission leadership is what?
Based on relationship.
Based on relationship. So in permissional leadership, we say that people follow you because they want to, because of the relationship you have built with them.
Yeah.
And I believe that's the level everybody here should start from. Remember that we said that this level of leadership is something you grow into. Now everybody here has a position.
Yes.
Everybody has a position. And I want us to have a mindset of a manager. For now, most of us are, I would say, okay, most of our departments are your own, but have the mindset of a manager, right? So I'll go into that after this session. But basically, what I'm talking about is that positional leadership. People follow you because you have built relationship, and they have to. And then the third one is what? Production. Why people follow you because of? Because of what?
Your result.
Because of your result. Because of what you do for the organization. So you have grown from permissional to positional, where you now begin to actually deliver. I mean, from permissional to production, where people begin to follow you because of they are seeing the results you are doing. They are seeing the deals you are closing. Right?
Yes.
Whatever people cannot, there's something that people cannot doubt. People can never doubt results. Dr. Cosmos Maduka of Coschalis, who is a primary school dropout, right? And for many of us that know him, when he even speaks, he doesn't speak properly. But if you don't believe his English, you believe his results.
Yes.
Right? Yes, you don't believe his English, you don't like his English, but because of his results. So people follow you because of the result, because of what you do. And then we'll go to the next one, which is what?
People development.
People development, where you begin to develop leaders, right? You begin to develop other leaders, right? And then we'll go to next one is what?
Pinnacle leadership.
Pinnacle leadership, right? This is the highest and most difficult form where you begin to develop level 4 kind of leaders. So you're developing leaders that train other leaders, right? Now today I want us to look at the permissional leadership, because that is the area I want us to start from. So how to gain people's permission? How do you gain people's permission? How do you command people to begin to follow you? How do you gain people's permission? Because for somebody to follow you, you must do something. People cannot just start following you because you are just fine, or because your name is Mr. Godwin, right? Or because they can't follow you, irrespective of the title. For you to actually give people the permission to follow you with their emotions, with love, right? There are things you need to do to gain that. The first thing is connect with yourself before trying to connect with others. You must have to connect with yourself first. You must connect with yourself first. How do I mean by connecting with yourself? The first thing you need to do in life, in leadership, is to find yourself. You must understand yourself. There was a time I used to have this problem. I had to go back and start understanding myself. You must know what you like. You must know what you... Some people don't know themselves. Oh. If they tell you now, what are the things you don't like? What are your strengths and weaknesses? Some people don't know. How can you connect with people when you have not connected with yourself? You have not found yourself. You don't even understand yourself. You don't even know your strengths. You don't know your weakness. Right? So you must first of all understand yourself. know your strengths, know your weakness. It is difficult to be self-deluded and be successful. What do we mean by to be self-deluded? To not have idea about yourself. Many of us need to go back to the drawing board and begin to understand ourselves. Begin to find yourself. You begin to find yourself. Begin to find yourself. If I ask now, how many of us actually know what we want out of life? How many of us actually, the good thing about finding yourself helps streamline your activities. You cannot help others without helping yourself. You cannot connect with others without connecting with yourself. Without connecting. I just discovered that before now, I used to be somebody that used to try everything. Anything I see, I try. But I now found out that there are some businesses I will actually do well in. Personally, I'm a very restless person. I find it difficult to stay in one place. Do you understand? So, these are some of the things I know about myself. I know that I find it difficult to stay in one place. I know that I used to be somebody that I used to flare up a lot before now. Like if somebody talks to me anyhow, I can just react, even without thinking. So you must begin to first, how do you find yourself? What are those things that are giving you challenges? And then how do you solve those problems? Finding yourself helps you to relate more with people. Do you understand? It helps you to relate more with people. Some of the reasons why you are having challenges with building relationship is because you don't even know yourself. Some of the reasons why you might be having problem with building solid relationships with people is because you don't understand yourself. You don't understand. Because when you understand that maybe you're somebody that is easily angered, you begin to create ways on how to solve that problem. And that can make you be a better person and then to relate well with others. So you must do what we call self-assessment. Self-assessment. You need to assess yourself. Understand yourself. Understand where you try better in. Understand where you try better in. You try better in the business world or regular 9 to 5. You try better in multitasking. Right? It's very important. It's very, very what? Important. That you find yourself. Understand yourself. Now, the next one is develop a people-oriented leadership style. Why I'm saying is that most of us are leaders. I see us as leaders. Because I know what I'm preparing, why I'm giving you all this kind. I know what I'm preparing each and every one of us for. When each of us have a leadership mindset, things will be done better. The workload will be reduced on me because you learn to take responsibility and then you learn to manage people. So develop a people-oriented leadership style. Anything decision you're trying to make, right? Whether it concerns clients, those who will be relating more with clients, because after now some of us will be relating directly with clients. Whether it concerns your colleague, whether it concerns people under you, it must be people-oriented. Right? You must put people first. Don't take decision based on selfish interests or always based on the rules or procedures. No. It must be develop a people-oriented leadership style. I'm teaching you now how to command people to follow you, or to give people the permission for them to follow you. Remember that in this kind of leadership, you don't cajole people, you don't force people. It is because of what you have done, right? They now begin to follow you. So don't you rule with a stick. Listen, learn, and lead. Always listen. Listen to what people are saying. Listen. Have a listening ear. Learn. Lead people. This thing can be done amongst us. Do you know that there's a way you can, in this kind of leadership, you can lead people that is in the same rank with you? Yes. That's why you see somebody, your fellow manager, is commanding more respect than the other person, or has more followers. Why? Because of they understand the permission system. They understand the permission system. So don't throw with the stick always. Listen, learn, lead. Unless a leader has an awareness of humanity, a sensitivity towards the hope and aspiration of those he leads, and the capacity to analyze the emotional forces that motivate conduct, he will be unable to produce and be successful, regardless of how often other incentives are given. So you must be committed to the welfare of others. You must be committed to the hopes and aspirations of those you lead. You must be committed to the hopes and aspirations. For instance, in this organization now, right, it would be unfair of me to just be concerned more about sales. Right? It's just sales. Make sales. If a staff is going through a challenge, right? It doesn't concern me. I'm not interested in the development of the stakeholders. I'm not interested in their well-being. Do you know there are people like that? Huh?
Yeah.
There are people like that. They don't care. Right? Whether you are dying, whether you are hungry, whether you have an issue, no, it's not their business. They're only interested in results. I've worked with someone like that before. A very cunning human being. Right? So, you must have a people-oriented leadership style. You must be sensitive to people. You must be sensitive to people. You must be sensitive to people. That is the only way you can lead people. Oh. Human beings are terrible. Oh. Human beings are terrible. But by the time you get their buy-ins, their leadership will not be a problem. So you must be sensitive to their welfare. You must think more in terms of people and their emotion and less in terms of systems. You must think more in terms of people and their emotion and less in terms of systems. And less in terms of systems. All right. So we'll move on to the third point here in how to how to gain people's permission. The third one is practice the golden rule. What's the golden rule? Who can tell me what the golden rule is? Exactly, beautiful. That's the golden rule. Do to others what you want them to do to you. Before you take a decision in life, think, if somebody does this thing to me, will I be happy? Don't just take decisions anyhow because you want it to favor only you. No. Put yourself in the shoes of others. Luke chapter 6 verse 13. Somebody can read it if you have your Bible. And this is a universal law. Right? If you read the book, Five Levels of Leadership by John Maxwell, it tells you that even in the Islam has Luke 3 verse 31. Those who are Hindus, the Jews, it's a universal law. Treat others how you want to be treated. Open it. Luke 6:31.
6:31.
Yes.
Luke 6:31. And as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise.
And as ye would that men should do to you, do ye to unto them what? Likewise. So whatever you want people to do to you, do unto them. That is the golden rule. If all of us in this country, I think if our leaders have this kind of mindset, Nigeria would have been a better place. Because I don't understand why somebody will be siphoning money and siphon to the tune of trillions and forgetting that that money is supposed to be taxpayers' money. It's supposed to be money meant for people. So, whatever you want people to do unto you, do to them. I think this is the conclusion of the whole matter. Right? Practice the golden rule. Do to people what you want them to do to you. Do to people what you want them to do to you. Treat your colleagues how you want your colleagues to treat you. Treat people above you how you want them to treat you. Treat people below you how you want them to treat you. It is also called the law of reciprocity. Now, if you keep doing good to somebody, right? You keep giving somebody gifts. The first one, the second one, and the person does not reciprocate. Would you continue doing it?
No.
You will continue doing it. So when you keep doing good, if somebody keeps giving you something, don't be a collector every time you are collecting. Also give also. That is a law of reciprocity. A law of reciprocity. Somebody is giving you every time. Giving you every time. And the only thing you can say is thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You get to a point, the person stops. The person what? Stops. So practice that law. And then number 4, become the chief encourager of your team. Encourage your people. Encourage your team. Become the chief encourager of your team. Become the chief encourager of your team. Become the chief encourager of your team. And lastly, strike a balance between care and candor. Now you find out that when you begin to do this, people begin to take you for a ride. Right? So there must be a balance. That you're doing all this, it doesn't mean you take away the systems and structures that are already in place. So there must be a balance. Because human beings strike a balance between care and candor. C-A-N-D-O-R. Strike a balance between care and candor. Right? If you check the dictionary meaning of candor, it means from the word candid. It came from the word candid, right? A state of being sincere, open. So I cannot be saying because I don't want to hurt you, I will no longer tell you the truth, or tell you areas where you need improvement, or areas where you are not doing well. Then That would be a poor leadership style on your own side. So because I'm being emotional, because I don't want to hurt the person, because I'm trying to, that means that I now see something that is wrong. Right? So there must be a balance. There must be a balance. So they must strike a balance between care and candor. So these basically are what we have, are the various things we can do to gain people's permission. These are the various things we can do to gain people's permission. So the first one is what?
Connect with yourself first.
Find yourself, connect with yourself, understand yourself. Understand yourself. The second one,
Develop people's oriented leadership style.
people-oriented leadership style. Let your decision be based on people. Don't rule always with the stick, otherwise the stick will break. Right? You must think more in terms of people and less in terms of what? Systems and procedures. Number 3, practice the golden rule. Treat others how you want to be treated. Treat others how you want to be treated. Number 4, become the chief encourager. Encourage each other. Encourage yourselves. And number 5, strike a balance between care and candor. So these are the various ways you can gain people's permission. Right? These are the various ways we can gain people's permission. So once you have gotten to this point, then you can now think of moving to the next level, which is production, where people begin to follow you now because of the results. People begin to follow you because of the results. People begin to follow you because of the results.